Hello everyone, welcome to another Final Cut Pro install guide for FilmCAVE Studio. In this one, we're looking at transitions. So these are a bit like overlays except for they happen between clips, as you see right there. We went from one clip to another, or from one scene or one shot to another. Okay, so how are these used? Well, if you've watched the overlay or the film textures tutorial, there's not going to be much new here, but if you haven't yet, well, first of all, we need to actually install these transitions. Okay, so as we've been doing before, I'm going to come up to my FilmCAVE Studio bundle library. Okay, this depends on how you've organized your file structure in Final Cut Pro. If you don't do it this way, that's totally fine. But what I recommend is making a new event inside of the bundle library. I'm going to go File, New Event, and I'm going to call this one Transitions. Okay, because these file types are just like all the other ones, they're just MP4s or .movs. Okay, so we're going to import them like we would any other media. So I'm going to pull that up. I'm inside my FilmCAVE bundle in Finder. I'm going to click on Transitions and open that up. And I'll do the glitch transitions for this one. And these have a little bit of a different file structure than what we've seen before. Okay, there's not much to this. It's just some of them are 4K, higher resolution for higher resolution projects, and also full HD for lower resolution projects. I say low resolution, it's not really low, it's still full HD, but it's nice to have these two. So if you had to scale something up to 4K, we wouldn't lose any resolution. You could just use the 4K clip. Anyway, I think you get the idea here. What we're going to do is hold down Shift and click and grab all these folders, and we're going to import into our transitions event. And what's kind of cool is that these do come with the keywords, so you can just look at your 4K ones or you can just look at your 1080p ones. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pick a transition that I like. I really like this one. I like the blue and green and the transparent overlay. So I'm going to click and drag and bring that down onto my timeline. Now, you're always going to get this message when you're pulling from a different library. We're just going to click OK. It's totally fine. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Now, a tip, where to line these up, because you can line them up wherever you want. What I like to do is find the point in the transition that is most obscured. Okay, so black we're going to be able to see through. The colors are going to obscure. So I'm going to find a place where it's most obscured. Okay, right here, very white. And I'm going to put a little marker on this. Okay, so M to place a marker. So that actually lined up perfectly, but it doesn't always. What I'm going to do with this marker is line the marker up to where my clips transition, okay, the cut between clips. The reason that I'm doing that is that when I change the blend mode on this, I don't want to see that cut. I want it to be hidden by the most obscured part of the transition. Let's see it in action. Okay, so I'm going to come up to compositing. This is in the video inspector. If you're not seeing inspector, just make sure that this button is opened up. And underneath compositing, blend mode, I'm going to come to screen. Okay, screen works really well. Screen's one of my favorite blend modes. You can try other ones. You could try lighten. That one's fine. It's slightly different. Add, slightly different. It's up to you, up to your preference. The different categories here, the line breaks, have pretty different effects. Okay, so you can see overlay does something pretty different, which I don't really like as much. So I'm going to stick with screen. So feel free to play around with those. Okay, so now watch this. We're not going to see the cut underneath because we've picked the part of the transition that is most obscured. Let's play it back. Nice, that is very clean. All right, cool. So let's take a look at some of these other ones. Because you don't always have to use blend modes. Sometimes you can just drop the transition right on top of it, and I think it works pretty well. Let's watch this one. Okay, so no blend mode here. I just have it on normal, but because of the way that this neon pink color kind of matches both sides of the clips, I don't really think I need it, and that it happens so quickly. And the thing that really sells the effect is going along with some kind of audio distortion. So in this lo-fi track, they kind of made it sound kind of glitchy, so I thought it'd be cool to put a transition there. Let's listen to that. Nice. Okay, so you get the idea here. You can have a lot of fun with these transitions. And again, these are only the glitch transitions. There's so many more inside of the FilmCAVE Studio bundle. So that's how easy transitions can be. I hope you're feeling inspired to make your own film. Thanks for watching.